afternoon, good evening to you, wherever you're listening to us from. You are on to It's Teaching Time on Sunrise FM 96.1. My name is Precious Chukwuekezie, and I'm glad to have you here with us as always. You know that this program is about you. This is a program that encourages you to take action timely instead of waiting till tomorrow, instead of waiting till that time when they say it's too late for you to take action. So instead of waiting till next 1 hour, why not take action now? So that's what the program is all about, taking action at the right time. And the right time is not in the next 5 minutes. The right time is actually now. So this is a teaching time, and today we are focusing on something that is affecting each and every one of us, because we all eat to stay alive. Nobody can go a whole day or without eating. So it is about food, and food again. And the angle we're taking is actually the price of these food items. And the good part of it is that we're talking about something that can help in the reduction of the prices of these food items, so that all households, no matter how rich or poor they are, will be able to afford good meal, balanced diet, good food for them, good food, good life. Because we all know that our lives are precious, yes. And so I am welcoming you once again to today's edition of A Stitch in Time, and I have two fine gentlemen in the studio to talk about supporting local production to mitigate price increases. It is an interesting topic, really. It is something that concerns everyone, young or old, big or small, supporting local production. And I'm talking about none other than Kenneth Eze. Kenneth Eze is the president of Enugu State Young Farmers Association. We are glad to have you in the studio today.
Yeah, thank you, Precious. Thank you, listener. I'm so glad to be here.
And I also have Mr. Onyeka Alioke.
Thank you, everyone. Thank you for having me on the program.
Onyeka, you're welcome to the program. So today we are finding a way, thinking of how we all can, not just the government or some stakeholders, but each and every one of us can put our hands together to support local production, local farming, instead of always hoping on what was imported. It is these imported goods that are helping the prices of goods to skyrocket. And this is something that is happening on a daily basis, but we'll find a solution. And that's why we're here, because here we'll bring any matter that needs urgent importance, urgent attention, we'll bring it to a stitch in time. So it is how important this matter is that makes us to bring it today to be discussed. First of all, Ken, how long have you been into farming?
Okay, this is my 5 years into farming.
5 whole years?
Yes, and we have been consistent. We haven't left any year without doing anything. So
really?
The whole idea is to solve the issue of hunger, poverty, and unemployment. Because when I graduated from school, I went to Radio Nigeria to do my NYC. After youth service, then I stayed for like 5 years working as an artist. Like, that is a popular word that they use. Without good pay, it was just maybe what you work. But then I started thinking, okay, there's no job anywhere, and so many persons are going to graduate and come out and remain unemployed like me. So I said, what is that thing that we can do to solve this problem of unemployment in Nigeria? And agriculture was the answer. Yes, and I said, okay, since agriculture is the answer, why are people not into agriculture? Why are they not into farming? Why are they not doing this thing? You see, so I went into it. I said, okay, I'm going to make it easier, because there are a lot of challenges why young persons are not into agriculture, and why people, even adults, are finding it difficult to go into agriculture, because maybe they think, okay, it's a dirty job, one. and they think maybe it's tedious. It demands a lot of hard work, and every other day. So we are here, and I said, okay, we are going to do this thing. I'm going to create an association where we get like minds. I'm going to get people that are in all the chains, all the value chains, because we have production, we have processing, we have marketing and distribution. These are value chains of agriculture. So if you're not in the production sector, you should go into the processing. If you're not in the processing, you should go into the marketing. If you're not in the marketing, these people are all farmers. So everybody's hands must be on deck to make sure that there is food that will drive hunger away from our society, that will solve this issue of unemployment. You see, so that is what we are doing with Enugu State Young Farmers Association. That was how it was bettered. You see, so we are here. I'm very happy today that this discussion is like what the title of the program is. It's teaching time saves 9, and I believe it's going to save us a lot of issues.
Of course.
When we're tackling.
Of course. Thank you very much. It's really amazing and inspiring that as young as you are, you could think this way. I've met a good number of guys out there and ladies who are this young, but they are not ready to go into agriculture.
Yeah.
They want a white or blue collar jobs where in the morning they'll dress up and go to the office. Where
they call it 9 to 4.
Oh 8
to 5. Yeah,
well, you could see, and funny enough, these jobs that they go to, that they dress up to go to, a lot of good number of them can't put good food on their table.
Exactly, and there is no high plan for continuity. You know, anything you are doing, you should be thinking of the next generation.
Exactly.
Someone said if you haven't done something for someone next to you, that means you haven't done anything. So we should be thinking of the next person to us. What are we going to do to make sure that life at least is less difficult for our neighbor, for the person coming up? You know, these are the things we all need to do. So if anybody is working, even the 8 to 7 or 8 to 4 job, the white collar job, it doesn't stop the person to go into farming.
Venturing into
that is what we want to discuss now. Everybody must go into agriculture. It's not that maybe you want to use curry or ugu or you go and buy
every single thing you're using. That
is not the idea at all.
Okay. Thank you very much. Onyeka, over to you. How long have you been into agriculture?
I have been into agriculture for more than 15 years now.
What?
Yes, actually.
Were you born into it?
Yes, actually, I was born into a family of agriculturists.
Okay.
And even though my father is a civil servant, but he maintains this principle of farming. So even before I entered into university, I read chemical engineering. So from 2010, I have been actively involved into farming.
Great.
Even during the time of my university days, after even I graduated from university, during the time of my service, and after my post services. And so I have been into agriculture since then.
For you to have been into agriculture, you went to the university, graduated, served your nation, and then you went back into agriculture. That means there is something big into agriculture. Tell us about it, the benefits.
The thing is just that it's just about the sentiment and the mindset once you talk about agriculture. If, like, as a young person now, if you ask somebody, will you venture into agriculture, the first thing that used to come into that person's mind is it's a dirty job. Mm-hmm. They don't take it as business. For most of us that have traveled to some part of the countries, you see that most people take agriculture as business. So it's not just like a daily something, it's a business. Once you have that mindset of making agriculture to become a business, you will see that it's an alternative to a job. So there's had me a lot of benefits from it. I have, like from the time I told you that I have been to school and all those things, I used to make money that maybe some people would talk about that maybe from your uncles, from your family, and all those. So there's a lot of benefits about agriculture.
A lot of money. Somebody said you can never go wrong in agriculture. Everything you see, from waste to wealth, everything you see is money. It's just
so
that
you also do recycling in agriculture?
Yes. All these things are researches that we haven't, where we are, like I do tell people that we cannot continue to do things the old way and expect a different result. One of the reasons why the youth are not into agriculture today is because we are way behind. So many of our counterparts in the world are using phones, laptops, drones to go into farming, ICT, technology in agriculture. They are talking about hydroponics, where they use water to grow plants, where they use sack to grow plants, where they use a lot of things to feed the country, to feed the nation. So where we are right now, some persons might think, okay, Nigeria, we're not yet ready. Okay, let's not say Nigeria. Enugu State in particular, let's bring it home. Before now, because I know the governor, His Excellency Governor Peter Ndubusimba, is really, really interested in agriculture, and that is really a credit for us as a people. So we need to be ready. We need to be prepared. We need to see, because fortune favors the prepared mind. If you are not ready and he brings this agenda to us, it might just go as a waste. 4 years will come and there will be not, and it will still be the same cry that we're crying all over again. So, like he said, we should start seeing it as a business. Agriculture is a business, and you can never go wrong in agriculture. That is just a simple truth.
Oh, okay. Amazing. Considering that you guys are still very young, but you are very deep into this agriculture, so you must have encountered some challenges in competing with foreign products. Can you let us into some of those challenges?
You say foreign products like
foreign, yes, like foreign produced foods, yes,
okay,
like
okay,
rice,
like
and yes.
all that. You are even going further from that.
Okay.
If you want to talk about immediate ones, you know, it is when you have gone into farming production, that is when you can now produce something that you process and that you sell. So we can't compete, we can't stop importation when we haven't produced enough to feed our people. It is when we go to the farm, that is when we produce, then we feed. So nobody is talking about, if anybody is talking about exportation now, are you?
No, I'm not even talking about exporting. Yeah. I'm talking about what you're producing. Yes, what you're producing already. Yeah. What you're producing already. Farming. Okay, for instance, assuming that you are producing rice, what you're producing, the quality of your production compared to foreign rice.
Okay.
So I'm just using that as an example.
Okay.
Are there challenges in you producing rice compared to when is it, the ones that are imported?
Okay, I will go back to like the challenges of farming. What
farming
you see
generally,
as farmers.
yes.
Number one is the issue of land.
Okay.
You see, when you want to get access to land, it's really difficult to access land. And right now, to get a plot of land in some places, the minimum amount you pay is 10,000 for a plot for a year. If you can beg, then they can reduce it to 6,000 or thereabout. You see, then you talk about the issue of insecurity. That one is a normal talk that we see about now, the herders farmers clash that we see every day. So people are scared. Then the rate of insecurity now is already increased, kidnapping and all that. You see, if you stay alone in the farm, because normally when you go to the farmland, you travel as if you are going to a different state. Why? It's not supposed to be. There should be a plan where, like, we have urban farming. If we are constructing houses, there should be a construction of farmland too, where somebody can have his or her gardens, and the fish pond and all that. This is how the white people live, and they enjoy life, and they have longer lifespan than us. In the whole of history, we have the Japanese as people that have longer lifespan because they eat fresh from farm. But also, you see, bringing things, people smuggle things into the country, and those things have been processed, fermented. So by the time they pass the shores of the 7 seas and 7 mountains to get to you, feel that the thing has decayed.
Yeah.
So these are a lot of things that we encounter. Even inputs, sometimes like government do have subsidies and inputs that they get, but some people call the political farmers don't allow this thing to get to the real farmers. You see people they will come and act as farmers just because they want to get these things that are coming. And when they get it, the real farmers will not have to go and buy those things from the political farmers. So I believe now that this administration that entered, they have started having an organized database where they will have the real actual farmers verified. So if anything comes in, they will take it to those farmers.
They'll send it to the right
Yes,
people.
and they will even hold them accountable. Yeah, because there are some things we do, because we feel we have given them input, we don't do follow up again. Okay, if you have given somebody input, what are the other challenges the person is encountering? Maybe tractor. Now we don't have a good tractor. Mechanization is not in place. How can you practice commercial farming? What we do here in Enugu in the East is subsistence family, me, myself, and my children. So how can we just expand and do commercial farming? We need machines, we need tractors, we need bulldozer. The last time, I think that was in 2022 or 21, where we got a tractor from the ministry. It was 40. It was an event. I don't want to even remember.
So you guys couldn't make use of it.
And it was funny. It was even up to now to get so. These are the things the government should. These are the problems of farmers. Government should just make sure that these things are in place. And we're talking about organic farming now. We don't want to use chemical. Yes, we are enlightened.
Organic products are very healthy.
They are very healthy. Yes, we want to go and we can export. These things now can grow our FX and all that. You know, the naira will appreciate. So we need to get more people to go into farming, and government should get tractors, machines, and bulldozers. They say they have created 5,000 hectares of land at Kano East because of the special agro-processing zone, SABZ. Good, but what next? We really need to see action. We really need to see things happening. We need to see the signs, because now we're in May, June, July, the heavy rain will come. So when is the time for farmers to go and prepare their land, start tilling the ground, and start sowing?
You're very correct. You're very correct. It's really funny. The part where you said that the machine you got from the ministry was 40. So, because that could have been part of the help you get from the government.
Yes, exactly.
In supporting what you're doing.
And sometimes people do call me, because I'm the president of Young Farmers. They call me, hey, I want to buy this kind of seedlings, improved seedlings, hybrid. Do you have it? Does the ministry sell? You know, all those kind of things. So these are the things that they are saying, that if somebody needs maybe hybrid, specialized seedlings, they should easily come to the ministry and they will get it. If somebody needs anything, maybe researches, okay, what is the latest information on this thing? He should be able to get the accurate information. Yes, we need to have these things in the system. We need to give it out as it is. We need to raise up the bar so that people can meet up. But these are the things we need: people that are passionate about this thing, to see a change in the agricultural sector. And we believe the younger ones of Enugu State are coming up, because this is our future. And we're not playing with it.
I like that part, that the younger ones are coming up, instead of waiting for until when the government provides jobs, because there are no industries, no jobs anywhere. So you said you thought of something, and you thought of agriculture. That is you creating jobs, not just for yourself, but for others. That's I wish each and every one of us can begin to think towards that direction. Yeah. Onyeka, and you, with the recent increase in the price of imported goods, how important is it for people, our own people, to switch to locally produced food items?
Let me just use just a short term. If we are talking about price mitigation, price increase, and the rest, the first thing that used to come to people's mind is agro-based products. Like now, if you come to, let me say, in East, generally, or Nigeria, there's no household that cannot eat something like a swallow in a week. It's just like depriving somebody of air. And if you check about why are people continue just to shout, they say Gary is 3,500 per liter. That's the first thing that used to come to their mind, because it is what they believe that can be easy accessible. But now it's no longer easy accessible because of the price. So there has been a lot of challenges in agriculture, even from the previous administration and the rest. But like he have already outlined, it has been consistent, and they haven't been doing anything just to solve it. Like now, about all these things, I believe maybe two things can even be put in place even to address it, at least small. First, most of us that are young, we have ideas that we can use to make everything become more easier to us, like the others are doing.
Okay.
Like in terms of to compete with outside, like foreign imported goods. We also, it's no longer like the time that we used to have non-educated farmers. Now we are educated farmers. So what are we to bring to the table? We also learned. We have to check what the outside people are doing and what we can do to do the comparison. At least, if not 100%, but at least to become something like 70% of it. And that's have to come with, let me say, the issues of all these processing facilities. Mobile processing machines. Like now, for people, if you come to Enugu State now, they say that people that used to farm rice are all this and every, or people that have those lands. But if you go there, it is almost impossible for you to have all these mobile processing machines to them. What they are using the orthodox method, so making it very, very hard for them to compete. And also we lack these extension services, like they used to call it agricultural extension farmers, agricultural extension services. People that normally used to come from the ministries, that's from NGOs or from people that have interest in agriculture, to teach farmers the latest on how to manage their disease. Okay, if you can look at what that normally used to happen, they will tell you that they used to preserve their beans with sniper and the rest. Because of all this sensitization is not there. So I believe if the government will channel their energy like they're not like they have been doing in the past, but at least let them focus mostly on the areas and the regions that farm some particular things. Check what their challenges is. Like I already applied something like an herbicide. These people, if you give them mobile processing machines, I believe if they are farming something like 2 tons in a year, I bet you they will farm more than 20 tons in a year. Because issue of all this price have to do with production cost. Production cost.
Because one will be wondering, why is it that apart from the imported goods, why is it that the one we are producing
It's very, very high.
at our own backyard is still the
Yes,
price is increasing
that is what I'm
on
saying.
daily basis?
We don't have more persons going into it.
Yes.
Now the
Supply
demand
and
is higher than the supply. You see,
Okay.
so that is why we are clamoring, we are begging that I think we are planning a program where we can teach people these things, where they can grow curry, green vegetable, water leaf, ugu in a sack, even yam.
Okay,
So
you can do
have
that
like-
at home.
At home, yes.
Okay.
In your balcony, in your kitchen, you can have like 10 bags that will even pepper, tomatoes. You can grow these things. So even onions, you don't have to go and buy these things from the market anymore. And when you see that each household is growing these things, the price of it will
Drastically come down.
it will reduce. So that is our way of solving a problem. So all these cry, the foul cry, the shouting, the hunger, everything will just go down because this is the solution. Agriculture is the answer.
Okay. Is there any initiative that your association has undertaken in
Yes.
supporting local farmers?
Yes. Now we are saying in our association right now, we made it that anybody who joins us will get these things accessible to them like land.
Okay.
We have land where we have negotiated with the landlord, but the problem is that it's far. It's at Ugogoneke. So
that's
before
very
you
far.
move, you might have spent the whole hours in the day. When you get to the farm, you are tired, you can't even do anything again. So now, if the issue of transportation is settled, like maybe there is a vehicle that will take us there and bring us back, you see, we can even go, or maybe accommodation. Maybe when we go
Farm
to
settlement,
farm
yes.
settlement, we can sleep over, spend some days, achieve a lot of things before coming back home. So these are the things where the government can come in and help us.
Okay, like if you look in the during the time of military era, I think in 1976 or so, during the time of Obasanjo, Operation Feed the Nation,
Yeah.
whereby they established this that they used to call agricultural estates.